Good morning, everyone. I just was putting together my video and just realized I wanted to say a couple of things before we get started, and I do hope you enjoy the video. Some of the stuff I kind of forgot yesterday was to please ask people to please like, subscribe, share my videos, ring the notification bell. And I also wanted to thank everyone. I am so grateful for all my subscribers. Yesterday when I was checking my notifications on YouTube, I got a little message that my community tab has been unlocked. So I've already gotten a couple of little pictures posted up there. So now I can post pictures on my community tab the way I post pictures on Facebook. I've always wanted to do that, and it was a little frustrating that I couldn't get a community tab last winter when I was investigating and messaged and found out that they didn't open it until you got 1,000 subscribers. But they must have changed that policy recently, because I'm just under 100 subscribers. I'm almost to 100, and I think I might even throw a little party if I can get 100 subscribers. But I was so thrilled, just thrilled to find I had a community tab and I can share some of the pictures I take around here with you guys. So be looking forward to sharing pictures as well as videos of what I do in my home and my animals and my little piece of property here. So, thank you all, and I hope you enjoy this video. I kind of wore myself out yesterday, but I got things done around here. Talk to you later. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Saturday. Didn't get a weekly update done last week because I ran down to deliver pumpkins to my grandkids, and it was just a pretty windy, stormy day. I did make a short reel showing the pumpkins all loaded up, but I put music on it because the wind noise was just so loud. I had to cover it up. Anyways, I decided last weekend to just put my phone away and have a good visit with my family. So I didn't really do any recording or anything. I might do that next year. We'll see how things are going next year. But for now, I'm just going to get going on our garden update for this week. Today, we're going to start off by cleaning up the piles of dirt that the pocket gophers have been leaving in my yard for the last week. They are really digging up and just leaving it in the lawn. And it's like, why couldn't they dig up elsewhere? Why in the lawn? Anyways, I need to go and get my cart and get my little rake and dustpan and get this all scooped up, and let's put this dirt somewhere else where it will be a lot more useful. Well, nothing like finding my little cart sitting in the garage full of water. So let's see, get this all drained. Yeah, my garage roof leaks inside. That's why a lot of things I store in there are covered with plastic to keep them from getting wet. I don't worry too much about things like my lawnmower and that, but other stuff, yeah. Well, I think we just about got all that done. That is all out. So, go and get my tools and we'll go start cleaning up dirt. I've found over the years that this is the best way to just clean up these dirt piles. Little hand cultivator and a dustpan. I can scoop it up, dump it in my cart, and it gets the dirt up pretty quick and efficiently. Then one last little fluffing to fluff up the grass, because unfortunately the grass gets pretty packed down by the dirt on top of it. So I just like to fluff the grass up a little bit. And, you know, in the summertime it doesn't take too long for the grass to grow back and hide the fact that there was ever a mound or a hole there. Now, let's get the rest of these done. Trying to get this to stay put. Alright, we are going to get the rest of these cleaned up. is how you clean up pocket gopher mounds. Well, this is how much dirt those animals piled up. You can see that's that yard cart holds a whole lot of dirt in it. And yeah, you can just see how full it is. This is all the dirt they dug up. And it's pretty darn full here. It's probably the equivalent of a couple of bags of potting soil, big bags of potting soil you'd get at your store, garden center. So, yeah, that's quite a bit of dirt those little rodents excavated. But we've got them cleaned up. Mounds are cleaned up for now. Someday maybe I'll be able to get somebody to come out here and eradicate some pocket gophers, but until then, I'll just do my best to keep my yard cleaned up as well as I can. Well, I decided this low spot that's here and where the old fence used to be and in front of this old chicken coop. That's not really much of a chicken coop anymore, but I figured this is actually the best spot. It's a really low spot, needs more dirt in it. And it's probably where a lot of this dirt got excavated from. So I might as well just dump it down and put it back. Well, I got this all smoothed out now. And it'll pack down over the winter and get nice and firm. And the grass should grow in really nicely on top of it. Unless I ever get this area cleared out and gravelled, which I really would love to do. Well, out here inside this little grassy bit of lawn that was starting to come back, it's a little long. It's been about 3 weeks since I mowed it. So I'm going to come out here and get it nice and short before winter. I like to give everything a good close cropping before winter. Okay, well, that didn't take long, and I got this little tiny patch of grass here. It is all mowed down. As cold as it's getting, the snow's coming soon. It won't grow too much more. Even though, as you notice out there, nice little bit of green. Had some rain, so some of that grass is starting to come up and getting a nice little bit of green there. The field grass that died off over the summer after I mowed down all the weeds should come spring come up really nice, and I'll just keep it mowed all summer and watered, and it should look like this in pretty short order. This is how I want the whole entire little back pasture looking. We'll get it looking like this. My poor hoses. I really hope this one can hold it together long enough to get this last project done. This one is so cracked and split. You just look and it's full of cracks and splits. I can't afford to replace it though right now. I just don't have the money. So, to finish, my phone kind of went dead and I had to go in and charge it. Come spring, I'm going to have to get me some new hoses. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to be chucking some hoses in the garbage before winter. When this one gets rolled up, it is not going into the garage. Now, I've got 3 little sapling trees I got to get planted back here. I've just been trying to get a good visual on how big a full-grown tree would look like and how far do I want it from the fence. Well, I've got my little thing here about 6 foot from the fence. I'm thinking maybe I should move it back probably a couple more feet closer to where my bottle is. More like 8 feet from the fence, 8 or 10 feet. what do you folks think? I think I'm going to go for 10 feet from the fence line. That way I have plenty of room to get around the tree when it gets big with my riding mower. And I think that'll do better. So we're going to move it about 2 feet back from where this little wire cage is, and I'm going to dig some holes and get my little sapling trees planted. Be back in a bit. Alright, I now have 1, 2, 3 holes dug. And it wasn't all that tough. Nobody's done anything in this ground except for the pocket gophers and voles for the last 20 years. And so, yeah, ground's pretty soft and loose. As you can see there, the remnants of an old pocket gopher hole tunnel down under there. So, yeah, makes it pretty easy to get done. And digging this last hole over here, I found a mess of black twine. So that mess of black twine there, that's going to go in the garbage. Not keeping that around. Now let's get some water in these holes and soak them down real good before I put my little trees in them. A little problem I hadn't foreseen. Water's not coming out very fast because there's ice in the hoses. We've had a few freezing nights. In fact, even last night got down about 21. And they're not quite all thawed out yet, even though it's late in the afternoon. So, but I get water running through them. This will probably be the last time I have my hoses. I really need to drain them and just put them up. Except for this one here, which is super cracked and split and shredding and just leaking all over. You can see this is how my hose is. It's just leaky hose. Very leaky hose. It's got too many splits and cracks and whatnots. So, yeah, you can see over here, we're already getting a good sized puddle. This hose, I think, is pretty much done for. But we'll get those holes watered up and soaked down real good, and then get the trees in them. Do another water, and then we'll get them all put to bed. They'll be planted. They've already gone dormant. Their leaves are falling off. So all I need to do is just get them in the ground and get them planted. Well, let's get to it. All right. Well, yeah, let me not cast a shade on this, but I got one little dormant tree. It's already leaves turned colors, nice pretty colors, and then they all fell off this last week. So it's gone dormant, and it can wake up in the spring, and it's a nice little spot here. It's been well watered, and it's ready for its long winter sleep. I'm going to see if I can get some bags of leaves, and I'm going to mulch these trees really, really good and hope the rodents don't eat the bark off of them. But yeah, unfortunately, the ground is so wet here from my leaky hose leaking all over. I have to walk back up to the front of the house and turn it off, but yeah. Doesn't help that it just kinks up. When you look at it, I'm trying to get this other tree a little more watering on it. But I don't know. I may have to just bring me out something here and pitcher of water and dump on this one. This one, its leaves are still turning colors. It's lost some of its leaves, but not all the leaves. It's still got a few leaves down there that are still turning colors and thinking about dropping off. They'll probably finish dropping off this next week or so. And then finally, the last little tree. Got this one planted down here. It's already gone dormant too. As you can see, it has what will be buds in the spring when it comes back, but it's all tightly gone to sleep now. Leaves come off and it's ready for its long winter's nap. And I'll mulch it too. Get these trees all nicely mulched and they'll be ready for winter. They've been well watered. The soil around them is well watered. Mulch them good. They'll sleep under the snow, and then when the snow melts, you'll give them a good watering, which will get them off to a good start in the spring. And I can't wait to have little trees growing back here. And someday these little trees will be big trees. Kind of like those. I found some pictures the other day my dad took of my property when I first bought it. And none of the Chinese elms were here. The only big tree was that one there. That was the only big tree on this property. It was just one big tree, one medium-sized weeping willow, and that was it. All these elms, I planted them when I moved here. So they're all 20 plus years old. They're now getting big, really shading my house well, even though we had record high temperatures all summer, because it just got hot and stayed hot, and no rain, and it was just not great. East Idaho is in a drought, and this summer didn't help the drought at all. It was just got too hot too fast. But my house didn't get as hot as it used to get. I remember last time we had a super hot summer is when all these trees were just little tiny trees, and they were maybe only 10-12 feet high, no shade cast from them, and I literally had to put reflective stuff in my windows because the inside of my house got so hot from the heat. But let's head back. Got my trusty little cart, my shovel, pots. Got to get this hose here unwound. Yeah, I basically strung together every short hose and long hose that I had to reach those trees. Really got to invest in the springtime. When spring comes, I got to invest in some good hoses. There's some really good farm hose that I really want to get. I can get it at Cal Ranch. You know, good rubber hoses. So, yep. Oops. Hi, Dax. There's Dax. He's waiting for me. Better. Yep. You want to go back in the house? Huh? You want to go back in the house? Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Hey, you got to sit. 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 Dax. You know what sit means. Oh, well. There we go. Got the snap off. Okay. Put you in the house. Don't get in the garbage. All right. Let's go put the tools and stuff away in the garage. So, yeah. Get this stuff put away. But yeah, I can go to Cal Ranch and get those hoses. They're just a little pricey though, but they're the kind they use on the farms. That heavy duty hoses. Alright, leave this here for right now. And let's go on out. Beautiful, beautiful. So for the next, hopefully all through November, I'll have enough warm sunny days on Saturdays. Can't count on it though. Last Saturday was cold, windy, wet, and rainy. But start cleaning out this raised bed here. As you can see, the frost has hit hard. Everything, even the marigolds, have all died. I'll probably leave the marigolds in for the winter because that way they will sow their seeds into the soil. Though I probably already got plenty of seeds in the soil. I got to come out and get my seeds off my rainbow carrots. As you can see, I've already pulled up the peas. They just kind of went kaput, so we pulled up the peas. Everything else here is passed away. We're gonna yank it all out, clean out these beds, and get them all cleaned out, so come spring, all I have to do is pull out the rest of the marigolds and my soil will be ready for planting. Yeah, I got a few pots and things there I need to collect and get in the garage. It's time to get everything collected and put away in the garage. Pretty soon this is going to be within a few short weeks, it will literally be buried under a snowbank. These raised beds will. They'll be buried under a snowbank. Well, everyone, I've had a really long day of getting my yard cleaned up and getting a good start on it. I still have some flower beds that need to be cleaned up, irises and that need to be just cut down. Everything needs to be cut down for the winter. But hopefully next Saturday will be a nice warm day and I can get to it. I am going to try to help my mom out at her house tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully we can get a few things done at her place. She's also trying to get her garden beds cleaned up, her hoses put away, get things ready for winter. And y'all will probably be seeing this sometime tomorrow once I put all the little tiny pieces together and get them edited more or less really well. And I hope tomorrow you have a really blessed Sunday and peaceful Sunday. And remember to thank God for all your blessings and for all the good things that He gives us. And I will post a few shorts throughout the week and see you again next weekend. So long for now.